Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, when we hear about massive new tech valuations, it is so easy to just put on our skeptic's hat, right? I mean, we constantly have to ask ourselves, is this just another overhyped tool, or are we actually looking at a genuine revolution? Well, when a company suddenly hits a staggering $60 billion valuation, you definitely pay attention. Today, we're uncovering the incredible story of Sualeh Asif, the Karachi Code, and the absolute meteoric rise of a company called Cursor. And honestly, that brings us right to the bold question at the very center of our analysis today. Looking straight at the source material, we have to ask, is the traditional developer becoming completely obsolete? Or are we just seeing the birth of the super developer? Because the narrative is rapidly shifting away from developers being manual coders grinding away at individual lines of syntax, now they're becoming true architect-level creators. We are literally entering an era where the limit isn't how fast you can type, but simply how big you can think. Section 1. The Super Developer Era. Okay, to really grasp this massive shift, we've got to look at the visionary behind it all, Sualeh Asif. Get this, he is still in his mid-20s, yet he's already cemented his status as a self-made titan in the AI space. At an age where most of us are, just figuring out the early stages of our careers, Sualeh has built a $60 billion empire that is completely redefining the entire global landscape of software development. Section 2. Karachi to MIT. Now, playing the analytical skeptic for just a second here, how exactly does someone without infinite, bottomless resources pull something like this off? How do you go from being a kid in Karachi to a literal tech titan? Well, the answer is unmatched persistence. I mean, Sualeh's journey genuinely reads like a movie script. It started with a childhood obsession with mathematics that pushed him to represent Pakistan at the International Mathematical Olympiad. That exact drive to solve incredibly complex problems propelled him all the way to MIT, where he met his co-founders and birthed Anysphere, which is the powerhouse behind the Cursor agent. Section 3. Demystifying vibe coding. So the skeptic in the room might jump in and say, wait a minute, we already have autocomplete. What makes Cursor's agentic workflow so different? And the answer is that it's a complete paradigm shift. We are fundamentally evolving away from the traditional role of a syntax writer, where building a complex feature takes hours of manual, painstaking work. With Cursor, you become the architect. You're no longer just writing lines of code. You're actually using plain English to solve high-level architectural problems. For instance, instead of grinding through complex UI frameworks, you simply tell the agent, build a neon-themed game menu. And that's it. This is what they call vibe coding. You describe the vibe, the function, and the architecture, and the AI just builds the underlying structure. It's a massive leap in how we handle everything from simple menus to managing complex game engines, completely democratizing the ability to create really advanced software. And, this isn't just some experimental technology for hobbyists either. Industry giants have already caught on. Companies like Uber and Shopify are relying on this exact vibe coding technology right now as we speak. They are actively adopting these agentic workflows to ship products at absolutely unprecedented speeds. When the biggest players in the game fundamentally shift their operations to utilize this architecture, you know for sure an undeniable industry change is underway. Section 4. The SpaceX acquisition angle. $60 billion. The world was genuinely stunned by recent reports of acquisition interest from absolute titans in the tech space, including SpaceX, which really drove valuations toward this incredible mark. From an analytical perspective, a number like that for a company driven by a founder in his mid-20s is just staggering. But it perfectly reflects the sheer magnitude of what has been unlocked here. See, Sualeh didn't just build a clever autocomplete tool or a nice-to-have application. He built the foundational infrastructure for the next generation of software. That massive valuation reflects the reality that Cursor is paving the bedrock for how literally all software will be engineered in the future. It is the very foundation of this new super developer era. Section 5. Your turn to build. So, what does this actually mean for you? Well, the crucial point is this. If a student from Karachi can leverage this technology to reach MIT and build a global empire, there are absolutely zero limits on what independent studios can achieve today. Projects like ProWriter 3D, Dreamfighters, and all the incredible work happening over at Aerox Studio are now equipped with the exact same architectural power as the big tech giants. So Leia's story proves that your location and your initial resources just do not define your limits anymore. The tools have changed completely. Those geographic and technical barriers that used to keep indie developers from competing at the absolute highest levels, they're simply gone.
We are living in the super developer era, where the power to create is completely 100% democratized.
Which leaves us with this final, really exciting thought to wrap up our explainer today. The tools are right here in our hands. The vibe coding revolution has officially arrived. You no longer have to spend hours writing syntax, you finally get to be the architect. So, knowing that the barriers are completely gone, what will you build next? Keep coding, keep creating, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.